What do the general public think that causes cancer? And where are they getting their ideas from? Psychology has taught us that what people believe impacts their behavior. So, if we want people to behave differently, we have to influence those beliefs. Sounds logical, right? But what does the general public really believe about the link between nutrition and cancer? Many people find it difficult to determine what are cancer facts and what are fictions. There is a big difference between what scientists know and what the general public believes. Just ask around, what do your friends or family think what causes cancer? A frequent response is what the industry puts in our diet that causes cancer. So, according to the general public, cancer has to do with the food industry, pollution, and other things that we cannot directly influence. Other examples that are often mentioned as causes of cancer are hormones, sweetness, sugar, and dairy products, while superfoods are thought to decrease the risk. These are very different from the factors that scientists know are associated with cancer, which include factors that we are able to modify directly ourselves. A survey from the United Kingdom, published in 2018, showed the same thing. In this survey, researchers selected more than 1,300 people across the United Kingdom. They asked if people thought that certain behaviors or factors that cause cancer, yes or no. They included true risk factors such as drinking alcohol and being overweight. But they also included fiction such as eating genetically modified foods. The results showed that while people were more likely to correctly identify the true risk factors as they may cause cancer, many people still believed in the fictions. For example, more than one third of the participants believed that food additives and genetically modified foods increases cancer risk. So, the general public often does not know what is scientifically known about how to reduce the risk of developing cancer. It also doesn't help that the public is skeptical that cancer can be prevented at all. Several studies showed that many people seem to overestimate the relative contribution of factors such as stress and genetic factors, and to understate the contribution of modifiable lifestyle factors such as overweight and physical inactivity in the development of cancer. Where do these misconceptions came from? This could be a result of changes in the access to news and how it is presented. These days, there is a lot of information out there, and news items may be contradictory. What often seems to happen is that whenever a researcher or institute sends out a press release about his or her own research, science journalists only report the findings of that specific study. The journalists also tend to report the highly positive or negative results with an enthusiasm that is often not supported by the data of the original article. But easily shocking statements like this sell. And so we get endless news articles about this may cause this type of cancer instead of nuanced articles explaining the true links between nutrition and cancer. One famous example is coffee. Researchers have been studying the link between coffee and cancer for decades now. Based on the current evidence available, they cannot conclude that drinking coffee is carcinogenic. There is even probable evidence that drinking coffee decreases the risk of liver and endometrial cancer in humans. But still, once in a while, it is in the news again because the associations between coffee and other types of cancer as well as the underlying biochemical and biological mechanisms are still unclear. Also, coffee can contain acrylamide depending on the way it's brewed. Acrylamide has been classified as a potential carcinogen for humans based on animal experiments using high dosages. However, more research is needed before we can draw a conclusion and make recommendations for people that drink coffee. Overall, it is important to recognize the health perceptions of the general public. During the process of developing health messages, accuracy in reporting is paramount. Therefore, it is vital to improve the communication to the public about the causes and the prevention of cancer. Thank you.